Monday, December 5th, 2022.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have minutes?
No.
Okay. Hank, do you have anything?
I just hope to have a couple budgets in front of you guys next week. Get a couple of them to you.
Okay, how's it going so far? Who have you met with? I saw you met with
I've
Judge
met with
Burnett.
Burnett, Kevin Baxter, had some phone conversations with Barb, Sessler, and obviously you've been working on budgets under the board, so commissioners, finance, IT, microfilm, so I've got most of those done. I think I'm trying to schedule one with our county engineer for the 16th was the date I threw out when they were here at the last meeting. I have not heard back.
I'd like to bring Tim back at our next meeting, if it's possible. You could ask him, invite him. I had a couple thoughts on that road.
Oh, the
that we
Florence
talked
Wakeman?
about. Yeah, and it wasn't 100,000 to truck the stone, or to do the grinding. It was 175. Okay, I looked that back up.
Okay.
Which I thought it was. So, but anyway, that if you did all three of the roads. But what I'd be curious about, and maybe he'll listen to this and he can get the information, but there might be a way that you could grind, it's called like a shaping, like Boca would do it. And they would take their machine and they would replane the road. And instead of doing, like I said, like 1 inch, they would plane off maybe inch and a half, let's say, where it needed on the edge, to whatever they needed for the shape. And then once they get the road in shape, then they would put their maybe inch and a half of asphalt, a little bit less asphalt, but it would be consistent with the bow of the road. And the reason I would say to do that is it would cut the grinding hauling cost. And you would definitely, like I said, coordinate it with that other dippy road. But I got thinking about it, you can't put all those grindings in that dip. Because think about it, when the problem with grindings is they're 8s, maybe 57s, or small stones, and they'll roll. So you need 304s if you're gonna build something up thick. You need dust in it to bind it. And so he couldn't just fill that all up, that big hole with number 8s, because every time you drive a truck over it, just fall.
How deep does that go? I did not get up.
Well, they can do it whatever they want. You could fill it from here to here, make it 3 feet if you want, and
Right.
straighten it right out if you wanted to. But what I would say is what you would do is you would mix the number 8s or the grindings in with dust. There's a machine, like a big rototiller that they use, that would mix it all together and compact it as it goes. And that would be a way to do it. So you'd use some of the grindings, not as many, half as many, say. You'd use a little bit less asphalt, and it would save the money. So, I don't know what he thinks about all that. He can listen to the tape and hear me rattle on, but just a thought.
How hard is it for them to coordinate? Like, if you were gonna share this, take it off of one, put it on another?
Oh, easy
is that-
peasy, as long as he gets the pipes in now.
Mhm.
He gets the pipe work done. So, whatever. Okay. I guess we just have legislation, that's it?
We got a lot of water tap fee, and so it's gonna, got my lozenge ready. Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of establishing an installment schedule of payments for water tap fees servicing the property located at 9505 Bemis Road, Bellevue, Ohio, tax ID number 29-00185.006.
Second?
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenago?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of declaring certain Erie County equipment surplus and ordering same to be sold by internet auction.
Second?
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenago?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of authorizing the county engineer to proceed by force account for normal maintenance and repair of county roads, bridges, culverts, and associated roadside drainage.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of entering into an agreement amendment with the Erie County General Health District Board of Health.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Yes.
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Ruth Krischer, located at 1704 West Bogart Road, Sandusky, Ohio, tax ID number 32-01330.000, for installment payments for sanitary sewer tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Michael L. Holliday, located at 918 Bardwell Road, Castalia, tax ID number 33-00010.000, for installment payments for water tap services.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Dorothy M. Smith, 6109 Bardwell Road, Castalia, tax ID number 33-00711, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Katie S. Driscoll, located at 6015 Bardwell Road, Castalia, Ohio, tax ID number 33-01251.000, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Yes.
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Richard L. Stout and Susan M. Stout, located at 5316 Billings Road, Castalia, Ohio, tax ID number 33-00747.006, for installment payments for water tap services.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Richard A. Yance and Tracy L. Yance, 6516 Allsmall Drive, Castalia, Ohio, tax ID number 33-00945, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Yes.
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Stephen L. Stout and Sandra S. Dez, located at 5320 Billings Road, Castalia, Ohio, tax ID number 33-00747.004, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Yes.
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Roderick H. Bratton and Mary H. Bratton, located at 1317 Berlin Road, Huron, Ohio, tax ID number 39-00841.003, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Mark A. Robleski and Kathleen A. Robleski, located at 1010710 Berlin Road, Berlin Heights, Ohio, tax ID number 01-00482.000, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Yes.
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Catherine C. Fultz, 5914 Bellevue Castalia Road, Castalia, Ohio, tax ID number 33-01669.000, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of releasing any liens or claims of liens against property now or formerly owned by Corso Realty at 3905 Bardshaw Road, Sandusky, Ohio, tax ID number 33-01947.009, for installment payments for water tap services.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of authorizing the county auditor to make supplemental appropriations and budget modifications.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Move for adoption resolution, Board of Commissioners, for the purpose of executing payment of then and now certification.
Second.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Is that it?
That's it.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Mr. Old?
Yes.
Mr. Schaffner?
Yes.
Mr. Shenega?
Yes.